Time to suit up all you minties and talk about 2 Marvel Omnibus reprints coming out later this year. So, stay tuned. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of these 2 Marvel Omnibus reprints coming out later this year. As a matter of fact, one comes out in October and the other one comes out in December. Before going any further, please smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live, and all of that does help with our YouTube algorithm and our channel keep growing. Keep away from the comment section, unless you want to be spoiled, because that's where the spoiler talk happens, and after watching the video, by all means, go away, share your thoughts on these 2 Marvel Omnibus reprints. Now, this brings me a lot of joy, because as some of you all know, we have a Marvel Omnibus reprint poll every year. We're having one here in the next couple of weeks. But you may see one of those top 20 books in this list, or one of these 2 might have been on that list, or maybe both. So, let's get started with the one coming out in October. This makes me so happy. Avengers by Busiek and Perez. Omnibus Volume 1 is being reprinted. So let's take a look at this standard edition cover. This is your standard edition cover by the legendary George Perez, who worked with Kurt Busiek on this phenomenal run. This was after the Heroes Reborn era, and this is the Heroes Return to Marvel Comics. Let's take a look at the content. So this collects Avengers, the 1998 series 0 through 23, the rough cut of issue number 1, annual 98 and 1999, Iron Man number 7, Captain America number 8, that was the crossover, Quicksilver number 10, and Avengers Forever 1 through 12. That's got artwork by Carlos Pacheco. I love that. That retcons a lot of the, how do I put this, stories that fans did not agree with. And Kurt Busiek and Carlos Pacheco just fix it. Oh, I love that stuff. But before we go any further talking about this particular run, let's take a look at the direct market cover. So for the first time, this omnibus is having a direct market cover, and this is supplied by the legendary George Perez again. This is the anniversary cover to issue number 1, and it is now going to be the direct market cover. So within this omnibus, you have the works of Kurt Busiek, Jerry Ordway, John Francis Moore, Mark Waid, Roger Stern, and you have the artwork in here of people like I mentioned, the legendary George Perez, who needs no introduction, Jerry Ordway, Stuart Eminem, Andy Kubert, Carlos Pacheco, Sean Chen, just to name a few of the artists. This is, I'm a little biased, but this is my favorite era of Avengers. I love this title. Reminds me of just, this is the book that I read when my dad was in the hospital many years ago, and I'm so glad that it's available for the first time again, or it's being reprinted rather, for the first time. It's been out of print for a couple of years, and the people new to omnibus collecting have been asking me when it was coming back into print. Well, now you know your answer. Coming back in October, and this one makes me happy. 1,184 pages. Now let's talk about the book that is coming out in December. So remember that list of top 20 books that I was talking about, that we do a reprint poll? Well, this is on there as well, because I am talking about The Fantastic Four by John Byrne Omnibus Volume 2. Let's take a look at the standard edition cover. So here is your standard edition cover featuring the all-new team of the Fantastic Four. This, of course, drawn by John Byrne. Let's take a look at the content before talking about the books in here and the direct market cover. So this collects Fantastic Four 261 to 295, wrapping up John Byrne's run on the book. Annuals 18 and 19, Alpha Flight number 4, Thing number 10, and 19, Avengers Annual 14, material from Secret Wars 2, number 2, and Epic Illustrated 26 through 34, What If number 36, What The number 2 and 10, Thing number 7, Fantastic Four, Roast, and Fantastic Four Special Edition. Written, of course, by John Byrne, drawn by John Byrne mostly, but before going any further, let's look at the direct market cover. So the direct market cover here, again, drawn by John Byrne. And this direct market cover features the classic team of the Fantastic Four. So you have the Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and the Thing. And this is an era of the Fantastic Four that has recently been collected in Marvel Masterworks format. So I'm hoping maybe they'll use those scans for this particular reprint. I'm not 100% sure, but you have the writings in here of course, John Byrne. You have the art in here of John Byrne, but also Mark Bright, Ron Wilson, Jerry Ordway, just to name a few of the creators. There's the classic story in here, the unfinished Last Galactus story, and this was the first time it was ever reprinted. It wasn't in the Visionaries by John Byrne. And, I mean, you have the return of classic villains like Doctor Doom, Dr. Octopus, Mole Man, Terminus, the Beyonder, Mephisto, Psycho Man, Annihilus. This was a lot of fun, and I'm glad it's finally being reprinted. They're reprinting Volume 1. I think it comes out sometime here in the next month. April, I believe. Then again, that might have been pushed back. But it's coming out in December, and the original printing actually, if I remember correctly, came out in December of 2013. So it's been almost 10 years since that one came out, but it is coming back into print for all the people that have missed it. Don't forget to pre-order both of these books when the pre-orders go live. This was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of these books down in the comment section. Let me know which covers you're going to get. And everyone, please stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.